Hello, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. How are you? Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. My app updated and I did not have a live button. And we've done that in the past, so I went through and backtracked. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit late, but we're here. Let's go. So, one footnote for you. I'm going to be flipping this back over to noon as of next week, and I'll give a whole bunch of notifications, but I wanted to let you know this because, for one, I don't know about you, but it's happy hour time. For two, I'm tired. I don't know about you. And for three, look at my lighting. And I priced it out to try to get better lighting to do it, and if I buy the proper lighting to do this, then I don't have room to do classes. So I'm gonna move it to noon. And that's all there is to it. So without anything else, I'm gonna flip you because we've got some things to talk about and some things to create. So yay! So hold on just a second. And hopefully you're doing okay tonight. Let's see if I could get this in here in one spot. Yep, there we go. All right, so hopefully you're doing okay tonight. And my internet holds out because it's been back and forth all day. So I don't know. Just life. It's okay. So hopefully everything works okay. Let's see here. I'm going to enlarge and I'm going to try to figure out who's on with me. There's Lise. Hey, how are you? And Cheryl. Hey, I had 3, but now I have 2. So it's okay. So I want to let you know, if you came on late with me, like I was late, I will be moving back to noon on Wednesdays, so the lighting is better. If you can't make it at noon, not a problem. Don't have lunch with me. Still do cocktail hour with me and catch me on the replay. Not a problem at all. And if you don't like that, then go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, and everything's uploaded to there. So with that being said, here's what we're doing. So I hope you know about the Giant Year-End Closeout translation, the retiring list for the mini catalog, okay? And then in the back of it, the carryover list. So hopefully by now you know about this, since quite a few things are already gone out of this sale. The retiring stuff, there's discounts up to 50% off, so you will want to pay attention to that. Not a problem. If you're just joining me, please comment, say hello. And then Curvy Celebrations. This is available till January 4th, but I need to tell you, right? I don't know about the paper, but Curvy Christmas is going to be retiring. So that is priority if it's on your list. However, the Quite Curvy stamp set and the Curvy dies are being carried over into the next January to June mini catalog. So if you have a wish list going, please let me know what it is so I can help you with what you need now and what you can wait on. Okay? So for tonight, we are going to be doing some quick creating. I'm actually going to be doing 4 cards for you. Yes, 4. Because we're getting into crunch time. So I need to show you how to be quick about things and not be uber crazy complicated. So, this is a new stamp set. This is called Handmade for You. This is available in January. This is, our new, besides Little Touches, I love that one, Craft Queen. And the scissors, Holly, that made me think of you. I don't know if you're on or not. I don't think so, but with the scissors. But this is a new stamp set for the back of cards and then a little bit of the front of cards that's going to be available in January. So I don't know about you, but I've just about stamped my other Handmade By flat. So this was a great segue to have my release on the back. Okay, so thank heavens for timing, right? All right, so for tonight, I've got my ornament punch pack. I've got my Christmas Gleaming. I've got my Gleaming Designer Series paper that I've cut to mat size. So let's just get going, shall we? So, you have seen this before, the Christmas Gleaming DSP, Designer Series paper. I've got a couple scraps of it as well. I've got a few different kinds of bling. So this is, I believe it's called the Real Gems. These are the holiday rhinestones, and this is one of the copper stars that I have left. And then I have some Night of Navy cardstock, and I've got two different kinds of bases, and I've got the Pretty Peacock and the Night of Navy for stamping, even though we're not going to be doing very much. So, the card bases, I love it too. I love the fact that there's a new one, because honestly, that photopolymer, when you're using it all the time, doesn't always stick. And like I said, I stamped it flat, and I did that to the last one too. So it was time. All right, so I've got Whisper White thick card bases. These are cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then I've got two thick Whisper White card bases. These instead are cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so regular or long, as we say when we're cutting. Okay. Then I have 4 Night of Navy mats. These are cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So all standard sizing so far, right? Okay. Then I have 4 2 and 2 of the Designer Series paper from the Brightly Gleaming. And these are cut at 5 by 3 3/4. So basic, but we gotta get going, right? So I've got my ornament punch pack happening. And what I'm going to do is I am going to punch. Gee, what a surprise, huh? So we are punching. Okay, so there's my punch outs for my negatives. If you do not like the fact that punches have to be on the bottom, then you need to choose some dies. Not a problem, okay? But I figured Starry Sky, not a problem. We can easily put some bling, or that's where your words go. You know, all those kind of things, right? Not a problem at all. So I'm just punching out, and I'm punching out of this one as well, but I'm doing it backwards. So we're gonna see, the idea is, almost did twice. The idea is to be quick because it's almost time, and Aunt Hilda just sent you a Christmas card and you went, uh-oh, I didn't make her one. So this is that quick response that you need to do and get it done. This is what that is, okay? Oh, and by the way, if anybody's asking, no, I do not have my Christmas cards done. So what am I going to do? I'm starting in January. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm starting in January instead of March, because we all know what happened in March this year. So we're not going there. We are just not going to go there, are we? So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing my Stampin' Seal Plus, because I have flipped over to that. I like it better because it tends to not booger as much, and I say that just as it stops working. But no, it's all good. But I have flipped over to it instead of the regular Stampin' Seal. The other one still works, but honestly, my stuff gets stored and all kinds of things happen to it, or it gets peeled apart because it gets packed and traveled and everything else because I'm doing classes with it, you know. So I just need something a little bit more sturdy, shall we say. And it tends to not bugger, so it's a bonus. Definitely a bonus. So we are grabbing here, grabbing here, grabbing here. You know what? Let me grab these corners here, and we're gonna see how fast we can make 4 cards. 4. That is the goal for tonight. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that not everything... I got to the end of it. Uh-oh. So these, unlike the snail adhesives, these just pull apart instead of having to punch and do. And my refills happen to be right here, because I tend to go through some. So you peel the bag open. Unfortunately, it does not come with a replacement cap if you lose it, which, yeah, guess what? So you'd have to buy a whole new cartridge, and honestly, it's not that important to me. But if it is to you, that's what you gotta do. So you take it out of the bag. If you want to keep the bag to store it in, you can. And you line up the sprockets, and you stick it on there. And you snap this closed, and you go squeeze, 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 and you are off to the races again. Pretty stinking simple, huh? Unless you get going too fast and that happens. That's always fun. You do have to have a light touch, and you need to go slowly. Hi, Holly. How are you, hun? So, Holly, I got your order in the mail today. I think I sent you the tracking, but hey, I have to tell you, you are the first project on the new machine. So, if you guys didn't know, I got a stack cutter, and it does like 300 pieces of cardstock at a time. I got tired of class taking me like 2 days to prep, so I got something that will do the job. Not that our Stampin' Up! Stuff doesn't, but yeah, anyways, huh? So, go big or go home, you know, all those kind of things, right? So, for this, I'm actually grabbing the opposite side. So, make sure you put your adhesive, your dimensionals, on the opposite. So, basically, you're going to match. And then we are just going to put this here, and then it'll pop out a little bit. Kind of cool, right? So this is using our positive and our negatives. Now, if you wanted to save even more, you could do a couple punch outs out of the Night of Navy. The more you make, the more you make. Yeah, absolutely. But at some point, you got to become more efficient too. So on it goes is what happens. All right, so yeah, so I had to figure out a way to be able to take my prep from a day and a half to about 3 hours, and that was my answer. So I got an electric creaser, and I got which is basically a scoring blade with electric, so I can feed them through, and it takes, I can do, how many was it? 60, up to 60 a minute or something, instead of like 1 a minute. Sometimes you gotta become more efficient so you can do more, huh? So that is where I'm at with things. So I'm trying to not add more hours to my day, because I already do 10 hours a day. So I am trying very hard to become more efficient at what I do so I can do more. So gotta keep getting better, otherwise you get trampled by the wheel. Ha-holes, you would know that, don't you? So if all of you don't know, Holly has her own salon called Authentic Salon and Boutique, if I remember correctly, right on Main Street in Fallbrook. Yes, it's closed right now. We're not going there. But she has some cute and amazing stuff, and soon to have kits and stuff like that, probably starting Valentine's or Easter. But she does, well, we're not allowed to say magic, but I'm going to say magic on hair because she does Tara's hair. I have somebody local here because I can't always get to Fallbrook, but she does some pretty good magic for color and that kind of stuff. So if you feel like taking a drive, she's awesome. So there we go. Okay. Let's see here. So I am grabbing, we're going to see how fast we can get 4 cards done and still have them look okay. That is another key component we have to do, right? Yes. We can't have them look like our kindergartner made them. Unless you want your kindergartner to make them, and then we can put kits together for that. Absolutely. So, alrighty. Okay, so we've got 2 down. And we're gonna see what kind of trouble we can get into with the other 2. Nah, going too fast again. Alright. Going too fast again. Like I said, you gotta be patient with this stuff. And I am just trying to get things done a little too fast, I guess. So, it's okay. Alrighty. Let's see if we can not cause trouble in this one. See, that one went perfectly. No problems at all. You just never know, do ya? Alright. So now we got to bling these up and not bend them. But we do have to bling them up. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Alright, so the copper one's going with the copper stars, because that's what needs to happen. And I think that's going right there. Okay. And we'll see. I don't know. That one might be done. I don't know. And then this one, I actually don't like dealing with bling when it's on the cardboard, because then I can't flex it and do what I need to do to get it to flex and do what I want. So we are gonna put some bling in here and make it just happen. Not a problem at all. If all else fails, bling will fix it, right? Let's see, did that, yeah, I think that adhesive went. Maybe not. Let's see if we can fix this real quick. Nope. That adhesive went over the top of it, and so. And then anything that's retiring, you guys know that I do a BOGO sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You guys know that I do a BOGO sale for the annual catalog, which is in May. Not for the retiring stuff right now. So don't get too anxious. My gosh, these must be older. Sometimes the adhesive starts to not work as well when it's older. So there's one. I'm going to stamp in the middle too, but hey, you know. So these 2, I think I'm just going to put 2 little things on the top because that pattern is much busier. Yay! This is a good time to also get your bling done. If you have couple here, couple there, you know, that kind of thing. I tend to have, because of classes and different things, I tend to have here and there's, we'll just say. And then I should have a contest with how many people can finish stuff with like less than 3 left or something. So, yeah, it is what it is. Part of the life of a crafter, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason why I'm counting is because generally with graphic design, you want to have an odd number of gems just because of symmetry and how your eye goes and all that other kind of stuff. Okay, so there's 3. We're almost there. And honestly, I'm like, we don't have any blue left here, so I think I'm just gonna use these light guys. You know what? We're gonna call that one. There's enough bling going on. So now I am going to grab my Night of Navy because that's the consistent color throughout both, and I'm gonna figure out what I want in the middle. Now you can punch a label and put it up top, but honestly, I'm trying to be easy, so we're just going with it. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Merry Christmas. Alright, so what do we want? Be fast in the comments. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, or do we want Merry Christmas? Or both? Either one is fine with me. I just have to choose. So I'm going to grab a sip of water and watch the comments for a half a second. So deck or marry? That's the question of the hour. And in the meantime, I am going to figure out what I want for my back stamp. Crafter's gonna craft. I love that. All right, so Stampin' Up has to go there. I'm thinking the handmade hashtag. That's, I think, what we're gonna start with. After I get everything stuck back where it's supposed to be. I don't sew, so stitched with love is probably not gonna have a lot of use in my house. But that is okay. Merry Christmas, deck the halls. All right, so I gotta do both. Not a problem. All right, so put your handmade down, put your Stampin' Up down, leave enough room to do your signature thing in the middle, John. I'm trying to get them straight, so I'm trying to line them up with the grids, if you're wondering. And then we stick them on. Not a problem. And then we're gonna grab Merry Christmas, and we're gonna grab Deck the Halls, because, well, Holly needs to have Deck the Halls, right? So, and then we need an ornament too. All right, we're almost there. I promise, we're almost there. We're almost there, we're almost there. All right, so first and foremost, hey Iris, how are you, hun? So if you came in late, I need to let you know I am going back to the noon time so the lighting is better for everybody, including myself. So we're gonna do a lunch with John kind of theme. Okay. So there's my handmade Stampin' Up. Okay, so there's one. And let's clean this guy. Don't be lazy. I'm reminding myself. That is what sometimes this Stamparatus is for, but honestly, I tend to do that when it's a very large stamp that I might mess up on. That's what I use Stamparatus for a lot. Or if I'm doing something where I want them all in a line, that is what my Stamparatus gets used for quite a bit. So probably not what it's supposed to, but you know, it is what it is. And I needed one more block that I couldn't quite reach. So, but I'm glad you guys knew what Stamparatus was. So, alrighty, so we are going to get this going. First off, we're going to do a Merry Christmas. Why? Because that's what I grabbed. And that's all there is to it. If you're not getting a consistent image, check to see if your pads need ink, or put a piercing mat underneath, you know. So there's one, completely done. Well, except the signature on the back, but hey, close enough, right? And then this one's gonna be Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly, because she's never heard that before. And it's kind of like me with people saying, here's Johnny, you know. I've never heard that one before, huh? So, we're going to do another Deck the Halls. And we're going to do another ornament down here. And, I know, right? Some of the things that people say that I'm just like, yep, because I've never heard here's Johnny or Johnny Appleseed ever in my whole entire life. Alright, so there's my Merry Christmas. That is not my favorite stamp. That is hard to get straight and inked correctly, we'll just say. So, I'm going to move everything over so I don't put my fingers in it. And look at that. 4 cards done in 20 minutes, right? So there we go. Let's see if I could even fit them all in. Kind of like this. Does that work? Okay. Woohoo! Okay, so it's getting to be that time where crunch happens, I know. And we all know that the cards don't always get saved. So Grandma's card you need to spend some time on, because she's going to save it in her Bible or on the mantle. But, you know, cousin so-and-so that is 8, you can do one of these kind of cards for. And you'll be okay, especially if you're putting a gift card in it. So, with that being said, we are done for tonight. This is how to take your negatives and make them positives. Punching out and flipping over. Yes, pun, I know. And follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great night. Bye-bye.